Jordan Ellis here for Low Kick mate. Today I've got Herbert with me. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. All good.
Oh, good. So you just mentioning then that you're currently locked down in quarantine. How's that been for you?
Yeah, man, it's been all right. Just chilling in the room. Just chilling out. I've had a good camp. I've been really busy, so it's good to get a bit of downtime now. Just chilling out and waiting to go fly out tomorrow to Abu Dhabi. So yeah, just taking it all in my stride, to be honest.
Just overall, with training, there's a lot going on in the world, and it's been difficult for some people to get training. How have you found it for this camp?
Yeah, I mean, at the start it was difficult. There's been a lot of changes. We've had to do things differently. But in another sense, it's refreshed me a bit. It's given me a bit of changing things up, not just the same. Like training at the same gyms. We're about to do a lot of outdoor training. I'm about to go to other gyms or places I can get into train. So it's just it's good to refresh yourself sometimes, and that it keeps you interested in that and keeps you staying motivated and stuff. So it's all good, man.
And in terms of the travelling and the quarantining you're doing right now, what type of impact do you imagine that's going to have on your weight cuts? Obviously, it's hard enough as it is to get down to certain weights on particular days, but
Yeah.
add in that you haven't got gym facilities and you're locked in a room with no coaches and things like that. How do you see that going?
Well, to be honest with you, I've got my weight down. I've got my weight down a bit more than I usually would at this point in camp because I knew obviously the travel and I won't be eating what I'd usually be eating and I won't have certain things because I'll be away for a lot longer. So in that aspect, I'm all good, man. Because my weight's really low at the minute, so I'm all good, man. I could cut weight tomorrow and make the weight, so I'm sound.
Good to hear. Well, first and first, just congrats on the call. It's great to see you moving on to the UFC now. And
Thanks, bro.
originally, it was meant to be Mark Casey at UFC London, and I just want you to talk me through, the emotions when that fight actually fell through. It must have been a bit tough.
Yeah, man, it was gutting at first, but I understood, what the situation the world was in and that, it was for the best. I mean, it wasn't. I had a good camp. I learned a lot through that camp. I made a lot of improvements. So I just tried to look at the positives, really. My son was being born a couple of months after, so I had that to look forward to as well. Which was the most important thing in my life. So yeah, there was positives to look at it. So that's what I tried to take from that. Really, I didn't try and be too down about it. I knew I'd get my shot anyway eventually, and I have so next week we'll all see what I'm going to bring.
Congrats on that. Sounds like you had a great distraction.
Yeah.
In terms of when this fight actually got cancelled, they moved Darren Stewart over to Cage Warriors. Was there any chance that this fight might have landed on that? Was there any discussions about that?
Yeah, there was discussions on it and asked that, but I wasn't going to have my UFC debut on Cage Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't make any sense to me, to be honest. I mean, it's not. I know people wanted to get to fight and get paid in it, and obviously that isn't the main reason I'm doing this. It's like I'm doing this shit for for my legacy, and it's not all about the money for me. And then to have my UFC debut on Cage Warriors, it just didn't make any sense to me, and I wasn't willing to do that at all.
Yeah, it makes total sense. After working so hard to get there, and you've already fought in Cage Warriors, it makes sense that you
Yeah.
wouldn't want to, take a back step on that one. Just
Yeah.
last thing on the Casey fight, I think you're both on the same card. So is there any reason why it didn't get remade this once it fell through?
No. I mean, I think this was Trinaldo. I think he was like my fourth or fifth opponent I was meant to be fighting. I've been offered 3 or 4 people before him, but they didn't fight fell through. But I wasn't offered the Casey. But I mean, Mark's not fighting on the same show as me anyway. He's fighting on the 18th, I believe, the week before. So that date was probably better for him. So I'm sure that's what he was looking to fight on the 18th. I mean, I wanted the 25th, the end of end of July, sorry, because of I had a lot of commitments at home, so I wanted to fight at the end of July or beginning of August, so 25th was perfect for me.
Yeah, so did they give you that type of option? Did you give you a few cards to choose between, and you just got your pick of the bunch?
Well, now my management, like I told my management when I wanted to fight, and he come back to me saying, the 25th, and then they give me an opponent, but that didn't. Well, I was meant to fight someone else, but that never came to fruition, and a couple of other people, and then they did offer me. I mean, I think they offered me on the 15th of July, someone on there. But I was like, nah, I've been doing my camp and I've been scheduled to fight for the 25th, so that's when I want to fight. And then eventually they come through with Trinaldo, and then we took that fight. So yeah, man, all ready to go now.
Yeah, well, you've just mentioned him, Francisco Trinaldo. It's a tough fight, and obviously the Casey was a tough fight. So why are they matching you so tough straight away? It seems like you're just getting through straight in the deep end, where a lot of people, get an easy ride for the first few fights.
It's often, they know what I'm about. You know what I mean? I've improved myself in Europe at the minute. You know what I mean? On cage wise and stuff. I've had some good fights in there. You know what I'm saying? And I've made it look really. I've looked really good. I've had some really good wins. I'm on like a fight. I think my last 5 fights have been all KOs. Like most of them have been in the first round. So I know I can do the business. You know what I mean? And they've offered me these guys. And at the end of the day, if when you go to the UFC, like you want to fight, you want to be up there with the best people in it. Like so, you might as well just do it. Like just go for it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm going for it. And I'm 100% confident I can mix it with these top guys. So that's you'll see anyway next weekend. What's going to go down?
Yeah. So what I was curious about, so it's not something particular from your management team or yourself saying we want the best guy possible. It's just the UFC have got these names available, and you're first to put your hand up.
Yeah, I mean they just offer me the guys, and yeah, I'll just fight a minute. So it is, bro. That's how you should go in it. Like, freaking out what you want. Like, try and get the easiest fight you can get. Like, or what? Like, what happens when you get to fight these guys? Like, it's just you're fucking. Just at the end of the day, yeah, it's all about your legacy and that what you want to achieve. And I want to achieve, like, I want to be the best I can be, and that's the only way you're gonna do that is fighting these top guys. And I'm up for the challenge. More than ready.
Very good to hear. So just going back to Trinaldo, what do you make of him as an opponent? I'm sure you've watched a bit of tape and things like that. What you seeing as his strengths and his weaknesses?
I've watched him. Obviously, I've watched him a few times anyway. Like for I got the matchup. Yeah, man, he's a solid geezer. Never been stopped. The southpaw, strong guy, powerful guy. He's just man. I've fought guys like this before. Like strong, powerful guys and everything. You know what I mean? And but yeah, he's a good guy. He's very experienced as well. So it's a great challenge. It's great to get in there with him. But I'm more than capable. I'm more than ready to get in there and get the victory.
And how do you see the fight going? What is your route to victory in this fight?
Well, obviously, I'm training for a three round fight. I have trained for that's what I always have in my head. Like, yeah, we're going 3 rounds or 5 rounds because the last few fights I've been, I've been in a 5-round fight, but it's never gone that way anyway. It's always been like first round or something. But yeah, I always train for a 3-round fight, but I'm more than capable and more than confident I can get in there and get a stoppage. You know what I mean? So that's what I'll be looking to do. That's what I always look to do, get the finish. That's what it's a fight, so I'm looking to take a man out. That's what I'm going to be looking to do.
And you said then you're always going for the finish, and a lot of fans who aren't from the UK scene and aren't familiar with yourself won't know that. So I just want to give you the chance to, kind of tell the American fans and the rest of the world kind of what you're about and what they can expect when you're in the octagon.
Yeah, well, you can expect, they're coming in there and looking for the finish, man. I don't rush my work. I'll get in there. I'm calculated. I'm cold, but like when I can smell the finish, I'm going for it, man. And I'm gonna, looking to throw hands, looking to pick a man apart. I'm very like to be precise, very accurate, coming through with powerful shots, and that's what you're going to see. And the 25th of July, people are going to find out about me. People who don't know, they're going to find out, and then everyone's going to be like, "Yo, who's this kid, man?" And then that's going to be the start of my legacy.
Good.
The UFC.
And we spoke earlier about the quarantine, and the reason you're quarantining is because you're heading to Fight Island. So, how excited are you by that prospect, the whole thing, the history in it, and traveling over to an island and fighting? What do you make of it?
Yeah, man, it's wicked, isn't it? Like, but the thing is, I'm trying not to get too involved in the whole thing. Be like, oh God, and obviously it's my debut, so I'm trying to keep a lid on it at the minute. But obviously, I know it's a great opportunity, and I'm like, it's great to look in a couple of, in a few weeks' time to look back and think, oh, good deal. I did my debut on the UFC Fight Island. What a great opportunity, what a great thing to do. So, yeah, mate, it's a wicked opportunity, and the UFC are really looking after the fighters, and I think what I've seen of it anyway. And man, I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
And originally you were on UFC London, and I'm sure you would have had a lot of friends and family heading down there to watch your fight. So is there any disappointment that you won't be able to have, your family, your friends travel over with you and see you compete for the first time in the UFC?
Yeah, man, they're all gutted, not a bit, they're all gutted about it. My missus and that, and my parents and that, and my brothers and that, they're all gutted, but they're all going to be at home watching it around my mum's house, and they'll all be cheering on from back home. But I can't think about who's not there and who is there, because at the end of the day, it's only me and the opponent in the cage. And it's me who's doing the business. So when it's all said and done, then I'll celebrate when I get back home.
And now you're here, you finally made it to the UFC. What's your ultimate goals while you're in the promotion? And, just after this fight, what are you looking for in 2020? How many times do you actually want to compete, and how high up the ladder do you want to go?
I'm not too sure when the next because I think I heard someone say there's another fight in October or something. So that'd be good to get on that as well. So I'm just gonna take it one fight at a time, take it all in my stride. But I just want to get in there and just, be the best I can be, and head towards the title. Because that's what it's all about, man. If you're in the UFC, if you're in this game, in this sport, you gotta be trying to be the best in the world, and that's what I want to be.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So that's everything from me, unless you've got anything to add.
Nah, man, all good, man. Thanks for the interview, bro.
No, thanks for your time. Good luck with quarantine and your travels and the fights. Can't wait to watch it.
Alright, love, bro. Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye, bro. In a bit.